What? And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends.
Winner! Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. Literally, I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team.
Those things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
Well, hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekly recap from We Are Soccer. Well, I just woke up from a 2-hour nap as I watched the Aston Villa versus Manchester United game again. Man, what a freaking borefest that was. Are you kidding me? What the I have nothing good to say about this game. Both teams looked like they were slumping, lazy, tired. I don't know what to say. It was not what we were expecting. I don't think either fan base was expecting that. But there you are. You know, what are you going to do? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Erik ten Hag, the situation that's going on there. Obviously, Jim Radcliffe's in town. The Glazers have flown into town. What's going to happen there? There's lots of speculation. We'll see. Maybe we got some insider knowledge. Maybe we don't. Maybe we're just guessing. Yeah, find out. Anyway, what else is going on? Lots of other soccer happened this weekend if you didn't realize it. Christian Pulisic scores again for AC Milan. And are you kidding me with how he scored that goal? Wow! Unbelievable. And Dani Carvajal suffers a gruesome leg injury. We may or may not show you the picture, and the nice thing the club did for him after, on his ambulance ride home, actually. We got a lot to get to. Listen, we're going to talk about a little bit of everything. We're going to talk a little bit of college soccer, because I was at a college soccer game last night, a women's college soccer game, along with 5,144 other people. We're talking women's soccer Angel City FC being fined $200,000. What did they do to deserve that? Oh, and by the way, don't Google it, but how many toilets does Wembley Stadium have? We're going to talk about that. We got some funny stuff coming up. U.S. men's national team games next week. England national team games next weekend. So obviously domestic leagues are on pause after this week. There's a couple of teams that need a reset. We'll talk about that. We show you the tables. Lots and lots to get to. Nate, it's just you and me in the studio tonight.
And we're going to go all night long.
I'm going to put...
We're going to go at least 7-hour show. We're going to dive into, we're going to run the marathon. At least 7 whole hours of nonstop of me yelling in your ear like this. And Craig staring at me trying to get a word in.
And we can do that because we both took some naps today during that Villa Man United.
Yes, and I had smelling salts and caffeine. Let's cut to Brooks.
No, I don't have the camera set for him because he's not here.
Let's cut to Danny.
No, he's not here either.
Did you lose those guys on some type of Monday morning show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they joined that show, I think. I don't know.
We should do a morning show.
We should do a morning show.
Call it Kick Morning Around.
Kick mornings around?
Yeah.
No, we could do that.
Because, you got to wake up.
Yeah.
Because you want to know what was in the morning?
What's that?
This shit-ass game that we won.
I know.
Hey, Brooks, I said shit-ass.
Yeah.
You can't mute me now.
Or
Ha!
Or the funny other stupid sound effects he does. I don't know. I let
Fingers.
him do that.
Yeah. Well, you gotta let. It's like when you gave a baby a rattle and they just shake it, and they're shaking the rattle, and they're like, "Look, I'm shaking a rattle," and you're like, "Yes, good."
He made me sign that into his contract.
Why the hell are we talking college soccer too? He's not here.
I know.
We don't have to.
I know.
We don't. We were free of this.
I know. Apologies.
And you bring this in. This is on you. What, next we're going to talk MLS? Nobody gives a shit.
Well, no, we don't have much MLS today.
Hey, actually, Messi won a first trophy there, yeah?
Yeah, Supporters Shield trophy.
Brooks, the applause thing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, he won the Supporters Shield, right? Because I think mathematically no one can catch him.
No one can catch them. They are so far ahead of everybody else. And by the way, he sat last night as they played Toronto FC. So what's the point of playing him? Why would you play him? I think it was at Toronto, so on the field turf.
Well, at this juncture in the season, these games are basically like the Champions League games. They don't mean shit. Yeah, that's right. I said it. I hate what they did to my Champions Leagues.
I
hate it. I hate it.
I hate it too.
I hate it.
I hate it too.
I hate all of it.
But we're gonna talk about it.
Okay, well, let's go back to Man United versus Villa.
Do you really want to? Do we?
No,
have,
I don't. I
to?
tried to change the subject.
I know. God, we have to though, don't we?
So how about that lineup? Hey, I need extra players. Okay, we're going to give you Ugarte. We're going to give you Delit. We got Martinez from... no, I don't want to start any of those guys. Fuck all those guys. We're not going to start a single one of them. Really? Why? Why? Why'd we bring them then?
What was one of the comments today? Tell me you want to be fired without telling me you want to be fired.
Like, literally. And it's not a slit against Evans, who actually won man of the match.
He played well.
Your Villa team should be embarrassed by that, by the way.
Yes.
A men's over 30 player has won man of the match.
Yeah. How horrendous.
And that's not me.
Yeah.
That's Phil Neville saying that, actually.
Yeah.
It
is.
Both teams should be in. No, that wasn't Phil Neville. I'm sorry. That was Berbatov.
Oh,
Berbatov
yes.
said that in the interview, that both teams should be embarrassed. That's 30.
They should be. A 37-year-old just won player of the match.
Hey. Gives us hope. Let's go.
My hope faded a long time ago, my friend.
Orchestra.
Yeah. All right, so...
path for Craig and I. We're coming back to open.
Yeah, right. Oh, my God.
We're going to win men's of the matches.
Oh, if I could win anything, it'd be great.
My knee hurts thinking about it.
Exactly. All right. Manchester United did come into Villa Park today. It was 0-0 at the end of 90 minutes. Listen, the lineup, the starting lineup for Manchester United was all the people we're talking about before the game kicked off. I, on the other hand, was looking at the Aston Villa lineup and went, oh, that's right. We have a lot of injuries. Well, I'm going to preface this by saying no excuses. Absolutely no excuses. The players behind them should be ready to go, but Villa did play in a little bit of a different style because John McGinn's out, Jaden Ramsey's out, Ahmad Onana, who's been the central midfielder from heaven bestowed upon us this year, was out. He is what makes the engine run in that Villa midfield this year. He was out. I think that was the big miss for Villa. And then halfway through the first half, our Rolls-Royce Ezri Konsa goes down injured with a hamstring injury. Oh, boy. Yeah, a whole host of injuries for Villa there. But you know what? No excuses. The players they brought on, the players they started, should have been good enough. Because if we're being honest, this is a United team that is down on their luck at the moment, down in their confidence at the moment. They haven't put in good performances. They're worried about their manager being fired, and Villa still come out and do that. That, where there was one shot on goal. That, like, they seemed to control the back third, the middle third. They got to the final third, and they forgot who they were. They couldn't cross the ball. They couldn't seem to get any shots on goal. They were arguing with each other. That.
United had more shots on goal than Villa.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
I'd say I just kind of got to wonder if, like, this literally was, hey, players that have been with me for longer than 12 months,
I'm going to reward
this is their last hurrah. I mean, come on, look at the lineup. Like, it's like, Eriksson, okay, maybe, like, he's been doing all right, but you're playing him at a deep role. Like, what are you doing? Evans, like, Harry Maguire. Like, you'd wonder, you went, like, hey, is there an injury that you don't know about on the back line?
Right.
No.
Nope.
No, because Matthias de Ligt came in after Harry Maguire actually went injured. Lindelof came in. I don't know where that guy, they, like, scraped that. He came in, extra tattoos. I was like, who's that?
Who's that guy?
Oh, Lindelof.
I remember
Yeah,
him.
you got a goatee, and where the hell did you come from? Anthony came on?
Oh, I was really
excited.
worried when he was coming. I was like, oh,
excited.
God, here we go.
Were you on the Villa chat at that point going, oh, shit, they're playing with 10 men? Like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. At one point, this is my favorite part of the match. At one point, right, I want to say, I got to remember who it was. On the left-hand side, I want to say it's Casemiro maybe. He was on the left. It was from the midfield. He played a ball basically into no one. And Anthony, who wasn't even making a run, is going like this. Like, no, we're not playing anything through right now. We're somehow going to just squeak out a draw because that's what we do. We're united. We squeak out a draw. Glory, glory, Man United, where we squeak out a draw. Rah, rah. Like, that's the song, right?
That's pretty close.
Pretty
that was
close.
the song today.
Yeah,
because
that
you're
was
not
it.
wrong. There were several balls that were sent in a
Nowhere.
diagonal fashion, and I'm going, oh, that's a good ball, but no
No.
one made the run. What the hell?
was almost
Why is
like-
no one making a run?
But that's because it was almost like the subs that came in at the 64th minute. Anthony, Xerxes, we're like told,
Yeah.
don't
Don't
we're
release
gonna
in that
we're
space.
just don't even bother going forward, which was odd. Like, it was like, what are you doing? Like, if this is your last match, and then the comment afterward was odd, where he was like, oh, it's coming together. Yeah. This is my, sorry for those who missed because of this is my Eric.
You look and sound just like him. I got to be honest.
I have photo fees. But literally, he goes, This is our fourth clean sheet this season. It's coming together." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool. Fourth clean sheet of the season. Bang up. You've scored like 2 goals. Like, it's
Yeah. It really didn't look like they were going to score.
You can't
or wanted to
score.
today.
Like, you can't. And I'm not really the smartest coach out there, but I'm pretty sure you can't win games. You can't score. Like, you have a -3 goal differential. Like, you're not scoring goals. Like, that's not good. Like,
So Nate, you're telling us things that a lot of people know, and I mean, obviously, you guys as Man United fans know that. Listen, this is the worst start to a Premiership season that Manchester United have ever.
yeah, that was
had.
announced. That was awesome.
I mean,
there you go.
They are now sitting in 14th position.
Let's go.
Eric Ten Hag has spent £650 million, or I don't want to say he has. Let's just say £650 million has been spent since he has been at the club, right? Last week, Dani wrote us in and said, it's time, he needs to go. This is beyond a joke. Listen, normally a couple of years ago, coming to Aston Villa and drawing, you got to be thinking, what the hell is wrong with United? Villa have been on the up. Coming to Aston Villa, being at Villa Park, getting a draw for United today was a small victory. You could see that in Johnny Evans when he was handed the Man of the Match award. Eric Ten Hag's approach after the game of his interview was, we kept a clean sheet. Yes, Villa are on the up and up, but they were there for the taking, were they not? And that is not typical Man United wording that we are used to.
You know what? It's not even the draw. Like, so don't
Yep.
Villa fans, and don't throw apples at me going, well, what the hell? We're actually doing really good. Yeah, okay, fine, whatever. It had nothing to do with the draw. This draw, by the way, this is the third draw in a what row?
Oof, yeah.
So, I'm sorry. 3 draws and 1 ass slapping by Tottenham in a row, if you want to go with it. Tweeny Town or whatever the hell that was.
20 FC, yeah.
Whatever. With the horse team. Nobody knows where they're from. Nobody knows the country they're from. Porto, where you were ahead and decided to that one home. Then you had Tottenham, where you just got Tottenham looked good. And then they played a real team and then did not look good. Anyways, and then so it's a run of bad form is the point. And it has nothing to do with Villa and Villa's form if you're a United fan. When you're watching this game, you're just like, I am not excited and entertained by this at any facet at all. This is really poor. This is boring. This is... do I have a forward? Like, what's going on here? There's no real attack. There's nothing going forward.
Yep.
It's kind of really crappy looking, and that's the problem with it. So, taking out Villa's form and how
it could have been any team you were playing today, right?
Doesn't insert there.
Yep.
You put that any other team, any team, doesn't matter. It just doesn't. It's not entertaining. It's not good to watch. It's disjointed. And when you spend the amount of money we have spent actually, and you bring in all these new players, you should expect to see something exciting out there, even if the result's not there.
Correct.
So actually, it doesn't have anything to do with the scoreline and who you're playing. It just looks really shitty. Is the best way to put it. It looks really shitty. Yep. And you know what? If I'm looking at it, and if I was, the guy in charge, why aren't you starting? You're going to say, oh well, he hasn't had that many Premier League games, and you're not going to win the league. You're probably not going to make top 4. You should be trying to get these younger players in and doing well. So start the younger players. It'll be exciting for the fans, actually. And you know what? When you don't get the result that you maybe not have gotten anyways, at least you can point to it going, well, it's inexperience and we're bringing guys along.
Yeah.
Like, I can respect that more.
Sure.
Than, well, I rolled out Eriksson and, Harry Maguire and Evans, and it still looked like shit. But hey, we drew. Sweet, huh? Like, no. Like, because those aren't our long-term future, and it didn't look good anyways.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No, and it's not typically United. I think they'll be making a change. I think Radcliffe, the Glazers, and the rest of the group are going to gather, and I think they'll be making a change. And I think it'll be Ruud van Nistelrooy as interim manager for the foreseeable future. I think
so.
Honestly, and I hate to say this, I could be very wrong, but they're almost giving up on the season by putting an interim manager in charge, which will probably last until December, January.
So it depends on what you thought the season was going to be.
That's a good point.
And if you thought the season was going to be top 4, then I would ask what drugs you're on, and then I would ask for some, because that sounds like some awesome-ass drugs that I would like to take too, and hopefully they're legal, and if not, I'll enjoy the ride with you, my friend. Woo! But if you're like, hey, and this is what I've heard about, like, Delit and Regate were not Eric Ten Hag players, they were Ineos players. And if Ineos is in there going, hey, we have a system and we're building, and by the way, this does work at bigger clubs.
Sure.
I'll point to Stuttgart as mine. If they're going, hey, we got these players, we got them in because we believe in them, and statistically, or maybe whatever sheets they're looking at, they're like, they're good players. We don't really care what the manager system is going to be because he wasn't going to be our long-term anyways. You might want to just put in a guy who is going to push these guys along in an educational type, learning type atmosphere. Sure. If Eric Ten Hag wasn't going to be your guy anyways, which there was rumblings even before the FA Cup that he was out anyways.
Yep.
So... I'm not looking at it as that. I'm looking at it as it's not good enough. It looks bad. Something's got to change.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. On the other hand, on the other side, you have Aston Villa, who, Nate, I know we'll get into it. You're not a big fan of, neither am I, to be honest, the new Champions League format. And it isn't as competitive as you'd like with a group, and 24 out of 32 go through to the next round. But I will say, Aston Villa on Wednesday had Bayern Munich come to Villa Park. The first time in like 42 years that that we've had European football, that we've played Bayern Munich. It was, for everybody in attendance, a magical night. It meant a lot. Let's put it that way. Did it mean a lot for the win and the group stage and all that moving through? 3 points is nice, but if we're talking about results in the Champions League, no, not so much. It doesn't really matter. The Villa will make up a win or two here and there in advance. But overall, having Bayern Munich be one of the best teams in the world, come to Villa Park, play the way they played, and Villa kind of play the way they played. The nostalgia there from winning against, beating them 1-0. The memories that people had, it meant a lot. The fact that they won 1-0 against Bayern Munich at home, the whole Aston Villa community was just in wonderland, because it really was magical. Now, that same thing could have happened if they'd kept the old format. It would have been nice. It doesn't. It is what it is. There's a table. We'll put the table up in a couple of minutes. Now, I wanted to say that along with, listen, we played Ipswich last weekend. That was a shit show, if I'm being honest. 2-2 with Ipswich. You haven't won a game this year. Villa, I think the players were looking ahead to the game on Wednesday against Bayern Munich. None of them really wanted to get into fifth gear or get injured and be tired for that Bayern Munich game. The Bayern Munich came to town. Villa played amazing. 1-0 win. Entertaining game. All fans happy. We then have Man United come to town. We almost never beat Manchester United. We've lost like 21 out of the last 25 or something stupid. 1 out of the last 4 we've beaten them. A draw here, a loss just keeps happening. You would think a United team with the manager in the position he's in, them coming off of the worst start to the season that they've ever had, you would think, okay, we tied Ipswich last week. We didn't play well. We just played against Bayern Munich. We won 1-0. Everybody's happy. Let's keep this rolling. And then we show up today and do that. It didn't make any sense. And you could see Unai Emery on the touchline just wondering what was going on. He's trying to get everybody going. He's trying to do some things. He tried to make some subs. He tried to some little tactical things. The players just didn't seem to be in it. I don't want to take anything away from Man United in how they kind of set up and prepared to play against Villa, but for me, it was on Aston Villa. In the defensive third, yeah, pretty good, well done. In the middle third, controlled the game, did what we needed to do. Typical Villa there. The final third, we'd forgotten who we were. Like literally, just did not need to do the final piece of the puzzle of a good cross, a ball laid back, a shot in the right place instead of at a defender or right at the goalie. It was very disappointing, if I'm being honest. Lots of swear words were said in my living room today. Thank goodness my kids were not around. Well, one of them was there. She doesn't listen to me anyway, but very upsetting, to be honest. Now comes a little bit of an international break. I think Villa need to get their stuff back together. We'll see what happens with Man United, but overall, not super happy with the way things are going. I like the big win. Nate will get into the Champions League in a couple of minutes, but I do want to say for some teams who haven't been in the Champions League, a la Aston Villa, Stuttgart in a long time,
it's not the Champions League.
The games mean something, though. European nights.
No, it doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean in the grand scheme of games, but to the fans it does.
No.
To the fans it does.
Nope.
Well, Villa fans like it.
Meh.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean anything.
Nothing at all.
And dead inside from this, Craig. And great, sweet. You nicked one away from Munich.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
And you know what it means?
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing.
I know.
That's and that's where it pisses me off. Like it's not me hating again. It's not me hating on Villa. Hey,
you're hating on the Champions League and the format.
There's any German team I hate, Munich. Freaking hate them.
Yeah.
I would love for that to have meant something. Like, oh shit, we're out of the Champions League. God damn it. And then all the people are like, oh, Vincent Kompany's the man. And I'd be like, I told you. Right?
Well, the fans, they want to see these European nights. They want to see these big clubs like that come to town. The new format, not so great, but to the fans, it does mean something. And I know you only have to win 3 of the 8 games to advance.
That's the problem. It doesn't mean squat.
I know.
Like, I'm not even in panic mode from Stuttgart. Like, everyone's like, oh, they have one right. I'm like, meh.
Yeah, because they could make it up in later games. We are going to put up what we call they are calling the league phase table.
Yeah, they're a goal differential outside of making it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really means squat. And you're going to tell me. So I do have a question for you here.
Yeah, go for it, please.
Because I watched Dortmund play today. Boy, did they look shitty.
Yeah.
Anywho, it was like yesterday. And they got dump trucked by Stuttgart as well. And they looked like crap against Stuttgart.
Yep.
But look, they're at the top of the table.
Yeah, look at that.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go for it.
And this is something I was pondering. I was going to ask you guys over the text, but I wanted to spring it on you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love it. Let me put back to this game.
Screw you up.
Yeah.
All right, so they're struggling in the league. They're like
Dortmund are not doing well in the league,
They are
but in
doing
Europe,
very
they've,
bad.
they've won
But
2
they're-
games and
number
because of-
1.
because of goal difference, especially that game over Celtic.
They played some crappy teams. Do you fire your manager at this point?
Ooh.
Because they look bad. And actually, the sporting director of Dortmund is pissed. He said, against Mainz, that, this, we can't defend like this, and we're not supposed to look like this, and blah, 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 blah.
Well, I'm going to put up that Bundesliga table, and they're sitting 7th. They've won 3, drawn 1, lost 2.
But the 2 that they lost,
very winnable games.
And they should have been. Well, maybe not Stuttgart, but they should have won. And the drawable game, doesn't look too good either. And they basically beat Bochum, who haven't won a game at all. So really, if you take the team who hasn't won a game out of anything, they don't look. They're not looking good. They're looking really bad in the league, really bad for a team. Literally, that spent and brought in 4 or 5 different players, and they do not look good. And they bought 5 players last year too. So it's literally a situation it's almost like the Manchester United situation.
Yeah.
Only difference is United's also doing kind of crappy in the Europa, but so do you kind of go, we might need to fix our manager here if he doesn't show results, because Dortmund is now into the tougher games of the Champions League. They're playing Madrid.
Now there comes the bulk. Yeah.
They got a couple tough games.
Hey, Brooks, can you? Oh, Brooks is
Brooks.
Here. Brooks.
Statistician
Brooks.
I
is not
got
here.
it right here. They're playing Madrid next, and then they play. Then they get a bit of a reprieve because they're playing Sturm Graz.
Powerhouse.
But then they have to go and they got to go on the road to Dynamo Zagreb, which
Dynamo Zagreb's a decent team on the road. That's gonna be tough. Okay.
But then they play Barca.
Not the way Barca been playing this year. That's gonna be.
And
You
then they
could get
play
dumped by Barca.
And they play Bologna in Bologna.
Okay. All
That
right.
could be a tough one because they're not a slouch. And then they play Shakhtar. And Shakhtar actually is...
Shakhtar Donetsk will.
They
give
can
you a
show
game.
up. They can show up for the Champions League. So you're actually going into the stretch of hard teams compared to what you played in the Champions League outside of Sturm Graz. Sorry, Sturm
Graz. Apologies to all Sturm Graz fans.
Right now you can hear, I hate you. It's my Sturm Graz. Where are they from?
Yeah.
So
isn't that Belgium league? I don't know.
wow, I thought it was Russia or Ukraine. Okay, so
I could be very wrong. I could be wrong.
Wow, that accent was not good for.
I could be very wrong on that.
I
That was a wild
apologize to all Sturm Graz's fans. But no, it's Austria. Wow, that was way off too. That's like German light. Anywho, that's,
See,
well, to all my
Belgium, Germany, Austria.
for all my Sturm Graz friends. Good eye, mate.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
No, you think that was right? You went with the Austrian.
Yeah, yeah.
Austrian?
It's all the same.
yeah.
They got kangaroos. Yeah. I've been there. Anyway, so it's like, do you go? Do you pull the panic button because this guy's never managed before?
you
Like he
can't.
doesn't have experience, and it's looking bad. At one point during the game when he's playing Mainz was outdoing his team. Mainz. It's the Ipswich. They almost got relegated last year. They got a new
Can't
coach.
fire the manager. They're in 7th right now.
Mainz.
I mean,
They should be in 2nd.
he's got them in 1st place in the Champions League table, though.
Against
the
two
Champions League
teams.
table.
Yeah, that table means jack and shit.
I know.
That's my point.
I know.
So, do you pull the panic button maybe? Or do you risk it? Because the flip side of that, you let it go on, right? And you're not doing good in the league. And then you get to where it counts. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there could be trouble because you know what? It's hard to put your foot down on the pedal and step up a gear when you haven't been doing it.
And unlike the years prior, guess what happens when you're out of the Champions League? You ain't in your Europa. You ain't in, there is no second fiddle.
Yeah,
fiddle.
and
You're out.
there's no extra additional income from those games coming in. You're just left for
You're
the
out.
league, and you're done.
You're done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm interested because we all know in Germany, if a coach sneezes in the wrong direction, he gets sacked.
This guy,
You're fired.
Greg, this guy literally was not adjusting how his team was playing. And you could see him on the sideline telling them to keep doing the shit that wasn't working. They're getting pressed and trying to play out the back. And he's like, oh, just keep going. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and guess who's sitting out there?
I don't know who.
Guess who's sitting out there bored? Guess who used to coach for Dortmund? At a time when they didn't spend money. Now they're spending a lot of money. Mr. One Klopp,
Yeah.
who said he would come back to coaching, just doesn't like the long schedules. Guess who doesn't have long schedules? Germany.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Heard it here first. Anyways,
So, I mean, you could, but with that being said, Jurgen Klopp has said that he is taking the year off. He's on the full sabbatical.
yeah, the year.
He said the
When's the
year.
year end?
I don't know if that.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna just stop in June and then start it back up in January? I kind of figured
That's
the
the year.
season. I figured the season.
Did he say season or year?
He did say year.
And guess what Germany does? They're off. They're off all through January, unlike other leagues, and they're off for a good month.
What are the chances? What are the chances he comes back during that? Come on. I think I'm believing him when he says he's taking the year, and I mean that
He's German.
season.
Less games back home where he used to live.
He would.
He only did it because of his wife.
Yeah, this is
Yep.
true.
I don't want to use the word complaining because that's insensitive, but
That's
Not
insensitive.
happy.
That's what you're gonna say is insensitive. Some of the stuff you've said in this show, and that's what you're gonna go with.
Hey,
That's
hey,
insensitive.
I don't wanna
That's the
be
one you're gonna
insensitive
say.
guy, you know? So old crooked teeth, anyways. Crooked
He's
teeth
cleaned them, by the way. They're not yellow anymore.
The dental plan is better.
I think he's gotten the full works on the teeth.
Full works.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, hey, I like the idea. I like that thought. I think it's
I've been
I
thinking
hadn't
this for
put
a while.
I hadn't put that together, to be honest.
I put that together.
No, that's pretty good. You hear that anywhere else? Is that just you?
That's just me.
Just you?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
you are smart.
No.
No.
I
But on that, you might be smart. That's
sniff a lot of pain, drink a lot of beers. Back to the Champions League.
yeah. Back to that Champions League.
Where all these games mean jack and shit because I'll bet you $100 that Brest won't be at the top of that table before it's over.
That'd be funny if they were at the top of the table.
God, I would lose $100, wouldn't I?
All right, Nate, we're gonna take a quick break here. We're gonna throw up a quick. This is how we make our money, by the way.
We're gonna go throw up in the bathroom.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Because we watched Villa and United highlights.
I wanted to get extremely drunk after that game because I was just bored and pissed off. So
Like I said, I had a backup ready to go. The Stuttgart game was straight fire, bro.
oh man,
It was good.
Lucky
Actually,
you.
no. I
Lucky
flipped it
you.
right over to watch Barron screw up their lead, and I was.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Ooh, what a game that was.
Yeah, I
too,
know,
huh?
right? When I was
Oh my
flicking it over, I'm
God.
like, oh my God, scoring! Holy shit!
And then the other
That's
game.
allowed.
After we come back from this little break here, we're going to talk about Tottenham.
Remember where they were good?
Who?
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
Yeah,
And Tottenham pulled an Everton today.
they were good
They were not today though.
against United.
Yeah, there they were. We'll be right back.
Hi, Brooks. We're at our favorite store, Soccer World in Rochester. We're just gonna do some light shopping. Nothing big. Ooh, pretty colors. Oh, and one of these too?
Ooh, Germany. Nate would like this.
Hey, Brooks, look at all these. Look what I got.
South America. Ooh. Wow, that's not MLS. Cool.
Socks? No.
Ooh, a ball pump.
Next in line.
Sir, you're next.
Right. That's a mannequin, you know that.
Huh?
It's a mannequin.
Oh. Sorry, sir.
Craig, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
All right, welcome back. Thank you. Big thank you to our partners, Soccer World. Big thank you for everything they've done to us. Very much appreciate them. Big thank you to Next Level Training, Aaron Bird, and the boys at Next Level Training. Love you guys. Love the training you put out there for all players of all level. Thank you to the Michigan Jaguars. Nate and his daughter had some awesome games this weekend. My daughter, my son, and my little junior Jag, Aston, had a great time at some Jag soccer this weekend. Big thank you to Thomas McGee's. Hopefully you guys have gotten down to Thomas McGee's in downtown Detroit. Check it out. It's one of the only all soccer sports bars in the area. What a great atmosphere. And thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. Such a good dude. Had a call with him the other night. He's promised to help Brooks with his plantar fasciitis. I don't even know what that is, but
Good.
Brooks has it apparently. There's patient-doctor confidentiality here, so don't worry. It's just us, Nate, talking about Brooks's feet.
Neither of us are the patient, though.
No, we're
Neither
not.
of us are the doctor.
Then I don't know how that works.
And this is live.
Oh, shit. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I think he shot the one that is foot there. Yeah.
what you know the Men in Black thing where have people look.
Yeah,
and
it's not real.
And they go,
No, that's not a real thing.
oh shit. Okay.
No, you can't do that. That doesn't work.
So people know about Brooks's feet now.
Yeah, and also that was a visual thing. So like half this is over, audio.
I don't know how this works.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about
You're
that,
gonna get
Brooks.
Sued.
If anybody else has foot problems, ankle problems, or knee problems, visit Dr. Zachary Atwood. He promised to help Brooks, and I'm sure he can help you too. Anyway, moving on. Yeah. So,
Skiddly-doo, diddly-dee. Moving on, Dewey.
sorry, Brooks, and we're on. I seem to apologize to him every week for something. I don't know. Whatever.
Not even here.
I know he's not even here. It's weird. All right, listen. Girona goalkeeper. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, so you're gonna have to hold on here. All right. Paulo Gazzaniga. I don't know.
I'm going to say it's correct.
Let's go with it.
I'm gonna go with it.
Saved 3 penalty kicks this weekend in one game.
Oh,
One game.
yeah.
3 penalty kicks.
Why was there 3 penalty kicks?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. He saved 3. His team, Girona, won the game 1-0. Guess how their goal was scored? Off a penalty kick.
I was going to say,
There were 4 penalty kicks in that game.
well, they need to calm down over there.
That's just a
A
little
little silly.
silly. Do you know where there were lots of goals today? I watched that Tottenham versus Brighton game. Tottenham went down to the MX Stadium at Brighton. Tottenham carrying on for their game against Manchester United, Nate. Tottenham looked like fucking world beaters.
Yeah.
I mean, the first half, they could have had 5 goals. Yep. They looked incredible. Without Heung-min Son, they looked incredible again. And I went, wow, this Tottenham team's for real. This is crazy. And then in the second half, they forgot to show up.
Oh, they forgot it was 90 minutes. Just 45.
Not just the 45.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. And Brighton, they must have gotten through a good warm-up or had a good ass-chewing at halftime because they came out on fire and scored 2 goals inside of 12 and a half minutes to tie that game up 2-2. And wouldn't you know it, Danny Welbeck popped up and he's put one in the back of the net. It's 3-2 Brighton, and that's how it ended. And it could have been 5-2 Brighton by the time the game was done. Thoroughly enthralled with this game, by the way. Just, woo! When they say a tale of 2 halves, this is the game people are talking about when they say that phrase.
You know why? And I hate to put the coach on a pedestal. It's Fabian Hertzler. Hertzler. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Close enough.
Close enough. Why not? He was St. Pauli's coach. And he got St. Pauli promoted, like, for the first time in 17 years. And St. Pauli right now is struggling like hell. And you kind of got to wonder, like, does he have a little bit of magic there, where he was at a team, got him promoted first time in 17 years, and they were notorious for actually doing well in the league or, in the Bundesliga too, and then falling like a stone second half of the year. and he found a way to actually get them up, keep them up, get them promoted. Never played a first team match in the Bundesliga. Switched right over to Brighton. And it seems like he has, it seems like he's got these guys going a little bit.
I thought it was going to be a disaster this year, and they brought him in.
I thought it was too.
I mean, look at some of the players they have. They're relying on Danny Welbeck up top. They have Mitoma out on the left, and he stays out on the left, and he's having a phenomenal year. Lewis Dunk in the back is always reliable, but I figured maybe this is the year he comes down and loses a step. This Herzog's got him going in the right direction, and they look phenomenal. They've had a couple of games earlier this year where it didn't really come together, and then the first half today, nothing came together, and then all of a sudden, boom! Brighton of old. Good for them. Let's put up that EPL table and see where they're at.
And in fairness, he's gone to Arsenal and drawed. Right?
Yep.
He
Yep.
drawed. He beat United, which that could have been
Everybody except for Aston Villa beats United.
And yeah, he had a bad loss against Chelsea, but Chelsea's a good side.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Chelsea's good this year.
Chelsea's a good side.
Yep.
And so I don't know. I'm looking at it going, he's doing all right. I think he's one of the younger He might be the youngest man. He's only 31.
Oh, he's definitely the youngest manager in the Premiership. He might be the youngest manager in the top flight anyway.
He might be because that used to be Julian Nagelsmann, but Nagelsmann was like 34, 35 back when he was there, or back in Hoffenheim. So
that's incredible. Some of the players are older than him.
Oh yeah,
most of the players on that team are freaking older than him. If you look at the table, he has Brighton 6 in the table, 3 wins, 3 draws, only 1 loss.
Yeah. And that one loss is against Chelsea, who, if you told me Chelsea finished top 4, I wouldn't be too surprised. I think I picked them to finish top 4.
Let me see.
Maybe? And I said, they just have an army of people, and they're going to rotate really well.
Yes,
that's exactly.
They do
what
have
I
an
said.
army.
Yeah.
That is exactly what he said.
So, and they're sitting top 4 right now.
They are sitting top 4.
I'm a guy.
They probably should be higher than that. They wouldn't be higher because today they dropped points against Nottingham Forest.
It's hard to find your way in the woods sometimes.
It is true. Listen, there's the table though. Liverpool won. Liverpool, by the way, the supercomputer has picked Liverpool to finish first in the Champions League this year.
Yeah.
Beating out Man City in the final.
Good luck with that because they got a string of really. You're going to see if Arne
Schlott ball.
You're going to see if Arne Schlott and his Schlott ball and the Schlott he puts up with is really going to be worth it because he's got a string here.
Tell me about the next games coming up there, Nick.
He's playing Chelsea, who top 14.
Oh, that's going to be a good game there.
They got 1,000 people to rotate. But in all seriousness, Chelsea's looking good outside of today.
Outside of the one today, yep.
He's got to go to Leipzig in the Champions League.
Ooh.
Leipzig.
Ooh, that's a good game, huh?
Needs kind of the points, but they've also been doing really well in the league. They haven't lost a game in the league. They're sitting second. Then he's got to go to Arsenal. Then he's got to go to Brighton. Then Brighton goes to him. EFL game, and then the Premier League.
Oh, 2 in a row, back to back. Oh, that's it.
I
love when those happen.
Yep.
Not to my club, but.
And then Leverkusen comes in, and then speaking of your club.
Oh my word.
Yep. And then speaking of your club, Villa come in, and that's all between. Can't do math, but October 20th all the way to November 9th.
Oh my word! All those games are within like 3 weeks.
Yes. So he plays 20th, 23rd, 27th, 30th, 2nd, 5th, 9th.
Holy smokes!
And then they get a break. They go to play Southampton.
Oh my!
But then they play Real Madrid, and then they play City, and then they play Newcastle. So that's what I mean. Like you're about to see, they could like, drop like a stone here because that's a tough schedule. That's
wow.
Tough. Yeah.
That schedule could be one of the toughest I think I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ain't good. Good luck, Arnie!
Yeah, good luck with that, Liverpool fans. Oh my God, that is. I'm blown away. I am speechless with the amount of good teams in the world they have to play.
On a positive note, if you're a Liverpool fan, you can see a lot of good teams come to you to play. Yeah. On a negative note, this could be your season.
This could be your season. This could be a heart attack after heart attack after heart attack with the way that team plays. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. But the supercomputer has picked Liverpool and Manchester City in the Champions League final, with Liverpool winning it. I don't know. I don't know where this supercomputer gets its stuff from.
How can he even predict that?
I don't know, man.
Because you don't even know who's gonna play who, and like
You know the funny thing is, I did get a sneak peek of all the teams that it had that did the big bracket leading.
did it make your eyes bleed?
Yes,
Oh.
but none of, let's just say, and no offense when I say this, Villa and Stuttgart are kind of the second tier, right? Clubs, we'll say.
First tier in our heart.
First tier in our heart, absolutely. Second tier in
In the
Champions
world.
League, in the world, yes. Nowhere to be seen on the list.
Yeah.
They had essentially lost in the first groups, not group stage, but knockout rounds. So I don't know.
And to be honest with you, like I almost wish that Stuttgart finished 5th or 6th and was in the Europa.
So they could slowly get in, pick that up, and
I think it would have been a better competition for them. But I mean, they looked good against Madrid. You know, they
it's only a 2-1 loss to Madrid.
No, and they looked good. Actually, they looked really good against Madrid. And it was unfortunate that they tied Sparta Prague, but they didn't look bad against Sparta Prague. Actually, they dominated that game. 26 total shots, 10 on target. Who knows? You know, the only problem is they play Juventus now, and they got to go there. They kind of need a result, but they're not that far out of the table. You know, we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, why don't we talk about Stuttgart and some of the German soccer that happened this week? We'll do a little bit of German, the Bundesliga chat time, if you will.
Nobody cares.
I want to. There were some games there that just, blew
Called
your
you?
minds.
Did it call to you?
It did.
When it's late at night and nobody cares, it's Bundesliga chat time with Craig and
Craig and Nate.
Greg. Oh, what?
No, you're doing
Me?
the talking.
All right.
I'm just listening and playing along.
You know, just hammering along. Leverkusen, unfortunately, they should have beaten Holstein Kiel. They didn't. They tied. They scored, you know, at the 4th minute. They scored the 8th minute, and you're like, all right. And then Holstein Kiel did a reverse card on them.
Ooh.
They scored the 45th and got a penalty kick on the 69th minute to draw that game. A little bit unfortunate for them, if you will. Balcom versus Wolfsburg, 3-1. Americans not playing, so whatever. Padres still out with an injury. Sorry about your luck. I covered the Union Berlin. It was Union Berlin versus Dortmund, actually, not mine. Sorry. That was playing them this week. That 1-2-1. They went out ahead of time. Dortmund did not look good. Always was trying to catch up. Gio Reyna did not get in that game.
Again.
Again, just hitting the highlights. Leipzig overcame Heidelheim. Leipzig is looking good. They haven't lost. They're sitting second. For Heidelheim, our boy, Leonard Maloney, got in the game. Of course, started again like he normally does, playing the defensive mid role. The game of the week. Frankfurt, Munich, woo, baby!
Wow, some banger goals in this one, by
Banger
the way.
goals, and Mr. Marmouche, who used to play for Stuttgart, by the way, loaned out to us back when he was, I think, with Wolfsburg at the time, then transferred over to Frankfurt. Great player. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep him. Just cost too much. Had 2 goals and an assist. Was on fire that game, and actually, the ending goal was awesome because basically it was on a counter. Goal, I want to say it was the goalkeeper hit it to a midfield player who headed the ball. He was in between the defender and just headed the ball forward to Marmouche, who just split the 2 defenders, went in and scored. And it was great. And even then, Munich came roaring back and like literally was putting the screws on Frankfurt. Actually almost had a game-winning goal in the waning minutes. Like, almost snuck one in.
Yep.
It was a near post save, but it was a great match. Screw Munich, haha.
And Harry Kane limps out of that game
Again.
Second game in a row, league game in a row. He made it through through the Villa game, but second league game in a row. He looks like he needs this international break more than anyone.
So the rumor on the street, well, it's not the rumor on the street is, but well, yeah, kind of. The Munich rumor is they're looking at him kind of going, we have to play you, but we don't like it because you're not quick enough right now.
I say everybody else around him is quicker than he is. Serge Gnabry, Musiala. He's keeping, but the only thing listen, he's quicker than Thomas Müller.
Yeah, but he's not quicker than Matthias Tells, who can
definitely
play
not
forward and who is like 19. And every minute you soak up from that guy is a minute less for him.
So maybe this ankle injury is a little bit of a blessing in disguise for Bayern Munich there.
I hate to poke holes in the system, but imagine a Munich with a Galesroy who went over to Munich instead of a Kane, a speedster at 27 who was right behind Harry Kane when it came to actually scoring goals. So 3-3 in that one. Then my favorite game, a derby, if you will, because they're an hour apart from each other, Hoffenheim versus Stuttgart. Hoffenheim scored first because Stuttgart defender, I don't know, was trying to do something with the ball and just lost it, coughed it right up to him and got scored on. And boy, it was sweating bullets for me as Hoffenheim just packed it in.
Yep.
Stuttgart looked good, couldn't break through until waning minutes, 90 plus 9.
Oof.
Because if you're wondering what the plus 9 was, we had microphone issues. With the ref.
Really?
He couldn't get the microphone on. They had to sub it out. It was all messed up. Couldn't get.
Similar to the Villa game today then. All right, yeah, they had that issue as well. Yeah.
Defender went down, tried to defend the ball, as defenders do.
Ooh, yes.
But arm was up.
Uh-oh.
Ball hit arm.
Uh-oh.
VAR review.
Uh-oh.
PK.
Uh-oh.
PK went straight to the goalkeeper.
Oh.
And then back to the forward.
Oh.
Where it then went in the net.
Oh.
1-1, tweet, game over. But, yeah, Stuttgart, they're still looking good. I think they are, looking really good. They had 68% possession. XG was 2. They should have had 2 goals in the game.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get it in. 20 total shots, 6 on targets. Again, this is where, if I'm drawing comparisons, and I did this last week, but nobody heard it because of the...
Yeah, nobody heard our stuff last week. Oh, God, I know. Don't remind me. Onwards.
And onwards and upwards. But Honus came in right about the same time that Erik Ten Hag came in. 2 new coaches, 2 new teams. And Honus has had success. Not only on the field or, on the table, but you see it in how they play. Mm-hmm. It looks good. Excuse me. I wish I could wet my whistle, buddy.
Oh, you ran out of water. Sorry.
Versus Erik Ten Hag, who it looks bad.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. Even though they went down early, even though it was still a good game.
They had the confidence
to
come
still
back.
entertaining to watch.
Yep.
He's making subs.
Yep.
He's bringing on different players.
Changing things up.
Yes. They're going forward. It looks good.
Well, it's more of the team have a pattern of play and they know what to do. Yep. And let's take a look at the table real quick.
System, actually, if you will.
I say a system, exactly. Let's take a look at the table. Bayern Munich 1, Leipzig 2, Frankfurt 3, Freiburg 4, Leverkusen down to 5 after 6 games, 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss, plus 4 goal difference for them. Union, Borussia Dortmund in 7th, your Stuttgart in 8th, Heidelheim 9th, and Mainz down in 10th. Now down at the bottom, you've got 2 teams who haven't won games, Holstein and Bochum. Looks like those 2 will be fighting it out towards the end of the year because it's been a struggle. -10 and -8.
Not good.
Goal difference there.
And just to chime in, back to the Harry Kane thing, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Looking at the top goal scorers, at this time this year, Harry Kane was number 1.
Yep. This time last year, you mean?
This time last year, sorry.
Yep.
He's now sitting at 4th.
Okay.
Only 5 goals. You got Marmouche, who put in a hell of a performance with 8 goals. Dremevic, who's from Stuttgart with 5, tied with Burkhardt with 5. And then Undavi, who's tied at 5th, again, another Stuttgart guy, at 4, with 4 goals. So, yet again, you have Stuttgart lost Glisroy to Dortmund. Mm-hmm. But yet, they still have the two guys sitting in as top goal scorers like they did last year.
Yep.
So, it's a system thing.
It's a system.
Because
Systems work.
One of them played for Augsburg. And yeah, he was top 4, but he's never sitting second. So Kane's struggling here, a bit. Yeah, and out of those 5 goals, 2 are from penalties. So he only has 3 goals. You take away goals out of open play, and he's down the list.
Yeah.
So not looking good for him.
No, definitely not looking good. All right, we got a couple of other things to get to here. Nate, I don't know if you saw, but Dani Carvajal was injured this weekend.
Oh, Carvajal, the guy who played Jesus?
Close, sort of, not really, but could be. As we talked about a couple of weeks ago, he could be the Ballon d'Or winner.
Oh, that could be offensive.
Because maybe, I don't know. He could be the Ballon d'Or winner because of what he did last season.
What did he do?
Well, he won the Champions League. He won the Liga. He won for Spain, Europas. Euros.
Okay.
The guy he was a captain of all those teams.
Are those big tournaments?
Yeah, just little.
Oh.
Little big tournaments.
That's pretty good for a forward.
Yeah. No, he's a defender.
What?
I know, crazy.
Yeah, that's why he's not winning the blue.
But unfortunately for him, this happened. Avert your eyes if you don't like injuries.
I don't. I'm not going to. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're gonna take that away.
Yeah, knees don't bend that way, Craig.
No, knees don't bend that way.
Hold on, let's get Atwood we have Atwood on the line to talk whether or not knees bend that way.
Dr. Zachary Atwood, how do knees bend?
Not that way. Okay.
Exactly. All right, so here is in a statement from Real Madrid. Following tests carried out on Dani Carvajal by the Real Madrid medical services, the player has been diagnosed with a ruptured ACL, a ruptured external collateral ligament, and a ruptured popliteus tendon in his right leg. I don't even know what that one is. I've never heard of that. I didn't know that was possible.
Atwood!
Yep. He will be calling the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood, real quick here. The final in the statement, he will undergo surgery in the coming days. Now, here's what happened. Dani Carvajal's contract was due to expire and run out in June. So about 7-8 months from now, due to expire. When this injury happened, Real Madrid immediately, they've tonight extended the contract until 2026.
Did he try to play hardball? Sorry, I'm making light of it.
I mean,
we're going to extend your contract. I want a raise.
I want more.
Hold on.
You can't play for the next year.
You might be.
You don't know that.
Play, actually, says who?
Yeah.
Are you Dr. Atwood? I don't think so.
Well, a really nice gesture from Real Madrid towards their star defender, who, by the way, joined the club in 2002 as a 10-year-old. He did leave to go play a couple of years elsewhere, but has been there since 2013, 2014, somewhere in there. Yeah. He's been there forever. He is the captain. Unfortunately, that injury will definitely keep him out for the year.
Yeah, that's what it's saying right now. Expect to return out for season.
And it's a bad one.
It's a class move because
it really is.
I hate to say it, at his age, you're out for a year.
That could be it.
That could be it.
He might never. He relies on his speed and his aggression.
And what I mean by that might be it. That might be it as him as a starter.
As a level he's used to.
And maybe he's an off-bench rotational guy. Who knows?
Yeah,
for another year, and then it's done.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're kind of looking at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
And so he was trying to clear a ball there, was he not? I
Yep.
mean, I don't want to see the picture again.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the picture is going to pop up back up, and then I'm
gonna
take it away.
No.
I have to because there's another picture behind
No, stop it. So all right. So he was trying to clear a ball through the guy's legs. And
I didn't see I haven't seen the play yet, but it looks like he goes to clear the ball, and the guy tries to jump in front, and his leg comes up in the wrong direction. And to be honest, it almost would be better if he'd broken his leg and not done all the everything in his knee is gone. He did take a selfie in the ambulance ride from the stadium to the hospital.
That's a Craig Hearn move right there.
And he was smiling.
That's a Craig Hearn move. Was that before or after he had his contract?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. All right, so
I would have loved to have been the negotiator on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe. Well, can we get back to you?
Yeah. We're going to get back to you.
Get back to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this or nothing, by the way.
Are you sure it's nothing? We got MLS.
We got
MLS.
You got nothing. All right, hold on. Yeah, avert your eyes from the injury. All right, here is the Christian Pulisic goal that he scored this weekend. As you see, the ball comes in. Take a look at that. The ball comes in from the left side. He puts his right boot up and puts it back over top of the goalkeeper into the far side net.
All right.
4th game in a row he's
You're
scored a
missing
goal.
something from this game, though.
What's that? The 2 penalty kick saves?
Yeah, from a one Mr. Who now?
Mr. David De Gea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's back, baby.
He's back. He didn't do so well a couple of weeks ago. I think
That's
let
because he was
Pulisic
rusty,
in.
baby.
He's definitely rusty. But yeah, there you go. That Christian Pulisic.
He's pretty good.
He's good, man.
You know, hopefully we should get him on the U.S. national team.
We should. And you know what?
Hey.
You know what, Nate? That's a great idea
Yeah.
because you know what? The U.S. national team is playing
Segway.
not this weekend. This week. All right, so next 2 games for the U.S. men's national team, Saturday against Panama at Q2 Stadium in Texas, 9
We're
p.m.
going
kickoff.
down to see my little brother.
All right, you going to go down and see it?
I would love to, but I probably can't.
Probably not. 9 o'clock kickoff Saturday night versus Panama. Then it's the big one, the one we all look forward to. Tuesday against Mexico in Mexico, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kickoff. That's a late one. 10:30? 10:30 on a Tuesday, man. Nate, we may have
School night.
It is school night. Dang it.
Where was that Tuesday one again?
In Mexico.
No, we're not going there.
No,
No,
not
we're
going to that one.
cold.
We can go somewhere around here and watch the game.
All right, yeah.
Maybe like Thomas McGee's or something like that.
Someplace that serves tacos, and we'll pretend
I
we're
like
in Mexico,
tacos.
and we'll throw pee on each other.
Oh, wait, throw what on each other?
Yeah.
What?
Huh? Tacos.
Okay.
Did you miss the tacos?
We're going to move on now because I don't know what you just said.
Oh, ask any USA fan who's been to a Mexico game, and they know exactly what the hell I'm
Yep,
talking about.
Now I know where you're going with that. Also, England play in the Nations League.
Nobody cares about that.
Yeah,
We're winding back to
exactly.
the U.S. men's. Do you see the new 3 players that came in, though? Vasquez,
Yes.
Tessman,
Tessman, Vasquez, and who was the other one?
Alex Zinardes. Alex.
I'm interested to see Vasquez under Pochettino.
I really want to see Vasquez under
I think we should temper our expectations under Pochettino.
We're winning the Super Bowl. Let's go!
I like where that's going.
Yeah, baby.
I like where that's going, Nate. All right, we got a couple of more things to get to real quick. Angel City FC, by the way, you know what they did? You know what they did sillily? They breached salary cap rules. They've been fined $200,000 and deducted 3 points. And annual audits are coming on their books because they've been caught paying players under the table.
So what?
I think it happens at every club. And why are you doing it so that it gets caught? How are you keeping this on the records? Like, wouldn't you think like one of the women or one of the men who owns, there's a huge consortium of celebrities that own this club, Angel City FC. Someone just needs to walk by one of the players late one night and just go, here's $50K, thanks. Well, you're keeping track of this. What are you doing, Angel City FC? So silly.
You know what just kind of pisses me off about this whole thing? I get it. Rules are rules. Salary cap, so you don't grab American sports.
Yep.
Anyways, it's like, so they wanted to pay the women more money. Who gives a shit? Let them pay them more money.
I agree.
I mean, is it? And then like the same people who are probably pegging these fines at them are probably the same ones going equal pay.
Yeah, probably a little bit of both sides, yeah.
No, but that's what I mean. The same people are fining the
But they want
Angel
equal-
City
Yep.
for paying players extra because they have the cash, maybe, and hey, maybe want to do the right thing a little bit, because why the hell not? Those probably people are the same people who are like, oh, there should be equal pay. Well, that's what they're doing right now, or something of it. Well, not equal in our terms, not equal in your terms.
Now you got it.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You're so stupid.
Well-
you're stupid.
Well, unfortunately,
Hey, people doing the things.
stupid.
Stop it. Stop being stupid.
Play silly games, win silly prizes.
Hopefully that was on camera when I knocked that stuff over
You
there.
got some of it. Yeah.
I'll
Not
pick it
all
up
the way.
later.
Yeah.
Sorry for making a mess, Mom.
Get the intern to pick it up.
Intern!
Oh, he didn't show up for work today either.
Shit.
Dang. Brooks, Danny, and the intern.
We all lost him to a weekly show, didn't we?
I think so. Daily.
Kick around morning and stuff.
Something. I don't know where they went.
There's a cock on it.
Oh, hey. Well, that sounds like
Rooster.
that's not my type of show.
Rooster. Come
Not
on.
my type of show. All right, we got 2 things left. Michigan State University played the U of M Wolverines last night at Michigan State. A 1-0 win for the Michigan State women. This was a
Jags night.
Jags night, exactly. Jags night. My kid was there. There were a lot of other Jags players walking around Michigan State's DeMartin Stadium with Jags gear on. It was
My
great
daughter
to see.
was guesting at Lansing, actually.
And you didn't?
Guesting.
And you didn't take her to this game?
We did not because we had the whole family there and didn't want to bore everyone to death. My daughter would have got a kick out of it, but the other two would not have gotten a kick out of it. So, but speaking of which, in Lansing, she was guesting for the Lansing Jags. That's what happens when you're international superstar of the stars.
Jags are all over the place.
Or just a cool ass kid. And people are like, hey, bring your cool ass kid. And your dork ass dad. Anyways.
That's exactly what they say.
That's basically it. But I heard a bunch of people talking about it on the sideline. They're all like, blah, 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 gonna go to Lansing.
Well, there was a record set last night. 5,145 people showed up to this game.
Because of the Jags. You're welcome.
Maybe because of the Jags. Coach Jeff Hosler of Michigan State won his 50th game. 3 years now he's been on the sideline for Michigan State. This is his 3rd year. They have won. They are back-to-back Big Ten champions. Looks like they're heading that direction again. They win it this year. And I tell you what, they are ranked 1st in the coaches poll, 5th in the whatever the other poll is. They are cruising.
Did he thank the Jags?
I didn't. I don't know. He probably did. He's a super good dude.
He should.
He's a good dude.
Because we're the reason you got that 50th win.
Yeah.
And that goes a message for you, U of M. You want to be winners? Have a Jags night.
Have a Jags night. They did earlier this year.
Oh. Redacted.
I think they may have won the game.
Yeah, exactly.
That they had the Jags night at earlier this year.
You hear that, Inter Miami and Messi?
Have a Jags night.
You want to be winners?
They're winners too already.
Not full-on winners. They got to win the thingy thing. You know what I mean?
The playoffs.
You want to be a winners? Yeah. Messi, where's the camera? Messi, you want to be here? Thanks.
Yeah,
all right. I didn't know where.
Right in front. Look ahead. Look ahead.
Oh,
Yep, right
I'm
there.
all over the map.
Yep, look ahead.
Bath
You're good.
salts.
Yep.
Anyways, Messi, you want to be winners? Fly Craig and I out on your private plane for Jags night. Jags night being just us two in Jags gear.
I'm in. Let's do it.
We'll graciously accept the offer. I will see if our schedule's not too booked.
Not too full.
I guess we can slum first class. It's all right.
Does Messi have a private jet?
Well, we'll slum it on first class. Okay. We'll help him out. We'll be reasonable. We'll slum it on first class.
I'm willing to do that.
And, we'll be fair. You just have to pay for our luxury suite in Miami. We'll buy our own first round of drinks. The rest of the food's on you.
Yep, absolutely. I like that, Nate.
If you want to be a winner.
If you want to be a winner, fly us out there. We'll get
Jags
there.
night.
Yeah. All right, Nate, I got one for you, buddy.
Yay.
All right. How many toilets does Wembley Stadium have? I don't know. Something came across my Facebook feed today. It said it's like it's a single building that's got the most toilets in the world.
I'm going to take a stab at this. 152.5.
That's how do you have half a toilet?
I don't know. One's a bidet?
That would probably be a half, though you're not really supposed to. Okay, no.
Yeah, it counts for 1.5 because it's more than a toilet.
No bidets that I know
Shoots
of.
water in your butt.
That's what that does.
It does.
It does.
It does.
152.5 is not correct.
Oh.
So in the entire stadium.
Was that close?
Not even close.
Shit.
How many? No, you do that in the toilet, but not in the bidet.
Well, no, you do it in the bidet, but then
I think you do it in the bidet, and then I'm not rich. I don't know.
Oh,
how those
France,
things
huh?
work.
All right, moving on.
All right. How many toilets does Wembley have? Give me a guess. I'll give you the higher.
I gave you my guy. 100. I got to do it again.
Again, go higher.
Oh, okay, 612.
Go higher.
What?
Go higher.
No shit.
Yeah. No.
Wait a minute. No, you're not saying bathrooms. You're saying toilets.
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 Actual toilet.
Actual toilets within the bathroom.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So, 2,051.
That's really oddly close, but no, higher.
Really?
Yes.
That's oddly close.
That was very randomly close, but in relative speaking, higher.
All right. 2,251.
Higher.
Shit. 2,542. That's the last guess, fucker.
Okay. That is very close because the official number is 2,618. That's a lot of toilets. It's like a building that's like the most toilets in one single building in the world or something silly like that. I don't know. It came across my Facebook feed. I subscribe to a lot of weird soccer stuff, and I get fed a lot of weird stuff.
Clearly.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't near. Yeah, you might have to ghost your account.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You know, my wife asked me some
No, I don't wanna
relevant.
know.
She asked me some relevant worldly news today this morning, and she goes, "Did you hear this?" And I go, "No. Where would I heard that from?" And she goes, "Well, it's across my Facebook stuff. What about you?" I go, "No, but you want to know how many toilets Wembley has?" She goes, "No." I go, "Whoa, okay. Well, it's 2,618 in case you ever get asked."
You're losing in trivia, and I'm winning, baby.
Yeah, but I have no idea about wildfires, floods, hurricanes, presidential, blah, blah,
Gives
blah.
a crap about that. Hey, how many toilets are in Wembley again?
2,618.
Look at you. Yeah. You're a champ.
And now, you guys will win at trivia, too.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And that's reason number 512 that you should follow us on Facebook.
Nailed it. All right. Big thank you to our partners. Big thank you to our sponsors. Big thank you to Soccer World. Appreciate everything you guys do. We love you. Soccer World, thank you to Next Level Training. Aaron, Dylan, Scotty, Renato, and Bilal and the boys. Appreciate everything you guys do. Big thank you to the Michigan Jags. As you heard, Jags night everywhere. If you want a professional team, college team, you want to win, get a Jags night. All those
Especially
Jags.
you, Lionel Messi, Inter Miami, or maybe Ernie Emery and,
And Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. I've seen Pinky Blinders. I know how you guys talk.
Yeah. The kids would love to go out and watch.
Yeah, Craig and
Villa
I
play.
love to go out to Birmingham.
Exactly.
The kids.
Get a Jags night.
Sebastian Hoeneß. Remember when I was there and you guys got relegated? Oh, shit.
Just needed a Jags night to save the day.
You needed a... Thanks, that's a good one. I wasn't working for the organization at the time.
Oh.
Now, I go, and we win.
Yeah.
Jags night.
Jags night. Big thank you to Thomas McGee's. Get down to Thomas McGee's. They have got a great soccer atmosphere. Big thank you to Dr. Zachary Atwood. Dani Carvajal, give Dr. Zachary Atwood, the football doc, a call. Your knee needs a little bit of work.
Just a little bit. I know, that's sacrificing on the cross, Mr. Carvajal. Wrong Carvajal.
Wrong Carvajal. Yeah.
Shit.
Wrong one. But Dani Carvajal, who just did his knee,
Yeah, he needs it.
he needs help. But he actually is going to be, his appointment, if he schedules it with Dr. Zach, is going to be behind Brooks because Brooks has the plantar fasciitis
So
foot fungus thing going on.
Dr. Atwood's throwing in the towel on Jesus.
I assume so. Yeah.
Dear Catholic fans, sorry for...
We apologize,
We apologize.
to the Catholic community for our insensitive
Remember
talk.
when I said the most offensive thing? I didn't want to offend Jurgen Klopp's wife.
You just did.
Hey!
Dear Jurgen Klopp's wife, apologies for the offensive remarks to you and your husband. Yep. Next. Anyway.
We got the standard letter ready, right?
We do. Yes.
This is why we never do this by ourselves.
Boilerplate template.
Remember when we were going to end like 10 minutes ago?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we probably should have. Sorry to everybody who followed along and was definitely hurt. Their feelings were hurt. Yeah.
Normally Brooks and Danny
Keep us on track.
are our handlers.
They didn't show up for work today. Just
Sorry,
like
suckers. Ha!
All right, guys, appreciate it. We'll catch you in the midweek. We got a bunch of stuff coming up, some interviews, some other posts. Be sure to follow us across all of our social channels. We appreciate the love and support. All right, guys.